learning how to treat people the right way, in such a way that would inspire them to be the best person they can actually be, is the harder task. Because we're so driven by other things. But people and the way you treat them are fundamental to the success of your business. It's the most foundational thing in your business. And every successful business in the world has mastered it, or tried to master it.
I do want to give you some advice about AI and what decisions you will have to make about AI. For starters, if you haven't played with ChatGPT or Google Gemini, I know Gemini got into a little bit of wokeness trouble over the past week or two, or Microsoft Bing ChatGPT, it's an executive assistant for you guys, okay? I strongly recommend that you check it out. I recommend that you do not use the free version of it, because the free version of it is, it's trained on older data. Cough up the $20 a month and get the pro version of ChatGPT. Ask it to write you a blog. Upload a contract to it with a supplier or a customer and ask it to say, tell me if I've got any concerns here. What liabilities could I potentially have? What is this contract potentially missing compared to other contracts of this sort? You'll be blown away by the answers that it gives you. If you're on your website to get like more traffic, just put in your website and say, make SEO suggestions for me. It'll just do that right away.
I didn't start my business to build a big business. I didn't say, hey, I want to start this big business. No, I was a technician for Train. I worked for Train for 5 years. And there were too many people in front of me, and I was just wanting to climb the ladder. And it was just the next step for me. So I was just planning to just be a one guy in a truck until people find out that you can do good work and you just grow, whether you want to grow or not. So what would I do again? I wouldn't build the business around me. My business is, it was so dependent on me. Especially since we did VRV and we were specialists for that. I mean, it just got to the point where there wasn't enough hours in a day. There just wasn't enough hours in a day. And then by the time once it had outgrown me, I didn't really know about hiring people. I didn't have time to hire anyone. I didn't have time to interview anybody. I didn't know how to interview anybody. I didn't know how to put people on staff. I didn't know how to do payroll. I hadn't educated myself in running a business. I'd only really educated myself in being a technician. So to do it all again, I'd spend a little bit of time basically learning how to run a business.
Every one of our companies should be capturing cell numbers and emails from your customers. That's a big deal. So I presume you're doing that. If not, you should be doing it. And if you have that resource there, that's among the most valuable assets you have, because you're creating a relationship with those people that should span years and years as part of this discussion. And so something that costs almost no money is then having a regular email to your customers, like every 2 weeks. How do you create value and how do you strengthen that relationship? What good ideas do you give them about efficiency, comfort, whatever it might be? So this is part of that deliberate thinking.
Just because you're in the front, that does not make you a leader. Just because you make the most money, that don't make you a leader. Just because you got the loudest voice, you have the most responsibilities, that does not constitute leadership. Just because everybody look up to you and you got the big office, that does not make you a leader. I don't think any of the teams that I played on that I had the C that I can't stand, that said captain on my chest. Probably because I played 2 sports and I wasn't there all the time. I would like to think that. But coaches oftentimes chose that. And they didn't have the foresight to understand that leadership's varied. You can lead from the back very well. You can lead from the middle extremely And if you're in the front, everybody's eyes are on you. Leadership is that person who stands in the midst of adversity. Leadership is that one that is very communicative, that is willing to go out on a limb and get to know each other, to understand how to motivate them and encourage them. Leadership is someone who cares about the whole, and someone who sees not just down the street, around the corner. A leader is predestined for that title. It's hard to develop that or to build that. That person has shown that ever since they were a child. When I'm saying these type of things, you think of some of your kids and you probably said, that was the leader. Or someone's in your office, in your unit, that right there is the leader. But our country, we have given leadership to people with the most. And that's not necessarily oftentimes the case. But those people with the most, I thank you and I applaud you. You work your butt off to get there. But a leader is defined by so many things.